All right, we're at a flea market in the Smokies, and we're going to see if we can rescue some metal.
Without a prescription, and Smoky Mountains is alcohol free. You can finally get prescription strength bleeding gums and personalized protection while eliminating and preventing bad breath. Here you go. One rest in the morning, one at night. You'll never have bad breath. Guaranteed.
We're Marathon. We have over 5,700 citizens across our great nation. Our people are working hard every day to provide license for life next cheap for account third-party firm supplies situation. Does learning a language feel like this? Well, it's all about that. When you learn a language, you want to actually use it. That was designed.
That's pretty trashed.
Yeah, spend it for me. Where's your mom again? Watch out, man. Come here. Connor. Good here.
If I put the CD thing will show records, it will just prefer me not to.
Oh, no, that's fine. All right, stopped at a flea market out here by the Smokies, the one right off the highway, and a lot busier than the last time I was here a few years ago. A lot of stuff in there. Grabbed bags of goodies, and we'll check out and see what's in them. What's going on, everybody? Here we are, volume 2 of rebuilding my hard rock and heavy metal collection. If you want the backstory, watch the first volume 1, and here we are in the room that is going to absorb my metal collection. And still got a few more items to pull out of here, as you can probably see right there. Also got some of my old stereo systems over here that I'm gonna get set up in here. I got 2 or 3 100 disc changers, and of course the receiver and stuff. I got a TV downstairs I'm gonna get in here, hook up a VHS DVD player. Got a couple of desks so far. Got a nice big comfy chair to relax in. I've got plenty of CD shelves from my old collection. I never got rid of them because I use them with the business. So I'm gonna transform some of them back over to personal use. And I got a couple of crates to start to hold my vinyl. And then I got some cassette racks also. So you saw that we were in the Smoky Mountains and at the flea market. I picked up a pretty good amount of stuff, really cheap too. That one store that you saw there toward the end, they had a lot of metal, but as I've said, I'm not gonna overpay to build my collection. I still wanna get at bargain prices and or at the going rate. And their store was definitely overpriced. As you probably saw, I think I showed like that Wasp picture disc. So I had a lot of good stuff there, but not the prices I wanted to pay. I could have spent a lot of money there if they were decent prices, but it is what it is, and I guess they got to make a living, don't they? So it's a little dark in here. I haven't got all the lights set up yet. I don't know what I'm going to do on that front yet, but let's get into what I found at that flea market. So first you saw the Stars Violation album. We're going to add that to the collection. Paid $1 for it. I also got some stuff to resell from the same person I bought this from. I got like 3 Kenny Rogers and 1 Crystal Gale 1980s tour books that are going to be going up in my eBay store. But also found this. You know, I never really listened to Mitch Stars in my old collection. And I got music playing all day. I've got metal and hard rock playing all day on Spotify while I work. But I've been trying to get more diversity in my listening over the past year to 2 years and trying to get more into the classic stuff. I've never been, I grew up in the 80s, so the 80s hair metal and the thrash metal, that was my thing. I grew up in the time where if you listened to Poison, you were a poser. And you weren't allowed to listen to Poison and Slayer at the same time. You know, people always gave you crap about it, but I was the person who was listening to the Prince, Poison, Slayer, Testament. I was all across the board there. But I wanted to get more into the classic rock stuff. I just never really gave it a lot of attention. So I'm definitely going to get more into that. And I've kind of been out of the loop. I love glam metal. That's the top part of my love for metal. But so I've been out of the loop on a lot of the newer bands. Of course, I know like the Santa Cruz and Hardcore Superstar and all those. But when I was really into metal, I was deep into metal. I mean, I could tell you anything and everything and name bands that most common people never heard of, but obviously hard rock fans know of. You're like Heaven's Edge and Hurricane Alice and different bands like that. And so definitely going to be expanding my horizon with the classic rock. And that seems like it's easiest to get on album. Another one we got is Deep Purple Burn. I paid $1 for this. The Ritchie Blackmore, David Coverdale, Glenn Hughes. I mean, bam. So, never gave Deep Purple much of a listen. Of course, I know they're popular songs, but I never really went deep into their albums. So, definitely going to start getting deeper into their albums. At the booth I bought that from, I also got Kiss Alive 3 back in my collection. I paid $2 for it. He was having a little sale. So I got Kiss Alive 3 for $2. And also got ZZ Top Eliminator. And it's the record club version. And I think since I'm going to start collecting, I'm going to start doing what some people are already doing. I'm going to get the record club version. I'm going to get the store release version. So I'm just going to get deep into details with my collections. If If I find one that's in better condition, I'll swap them out. I'm going to change cases on them. I'm going to make it nice and get this room going. So, also at the flea market, I picked up Ozzy Osbourne and the Randy Rhoads tribute. I did pay $7 for it. He gave me $3 off of it. But, yeah. I had to get that album. I mean, come on. I ain't passing that up. Getting that back in the collection for sure, for sure. But, so, yeah, I was happy to find that. I was surprised to find that. But, there's that. And then, I've got plenty more here too, because, oh yeah, I hit another spot. So, that wasn't in the video, and I'll get into that in a moment after I figure out what is what. So, that last spot where you saw the overpriced metal, I was able to score some stuff. I got a couple of Megadeth cryptic writing stickers, $2 a piece, but I couldn't leave them just sit there, so I grabbed them. Also got the Whitesnake Slip of the Tongue, Japanese import, no OBI, unfortunately. At least I didn't see it on the first glance. I do have the paper. Let me make sure it's not folded up in here or anything. So no OBI, but that's all right. They were doing a sale thingy bobber. Let me check under the tray. Nope. No OBI, but I paid let me see what they had $2 off, so I paid $6 for this version. Got the nice bright colorful disc, as a lot of the imports will have better quality prints and even sound. So added that, and then I also got for $7 a sealed copy of the remastered Van Halen Diver Down. And so to my surprise, it's going for like 14-15 bucks on eBay sealed. So still got a deal on that. So I'm probably not going to open it. Anything I get sealed, I'm probably not going to open it. This is going to probably be more like my collection. I mean, if I want to hear this album, I've got it on Spotify. I don't need to rip this open. So, and then the albums. I wanted to buy more albums so bad, but like I said, I'm not going to overpay. So I looked up what I could, and I got this one for $15, sealed with a cutout. I think it's selling for like $25. Only Child, self-titled album on Rampage. What year was this? 89 or 87? 88. So 88 Rampage Records. Sorry about the lighting in here. Hopefully it'll be better next video. So yeah, sealed copy. So probably going to keep that sealed because I'm sure I'll find this on cassette, not sealed. So if I want to listen to it, I can do that. I don't know if it's on Spotify. I forgot to check to see if it's on Spotify. I've been trying to like get caught up on some of the stuff I buy before I make the video, just to kind of refresh my memory or to get more knowledgeable about the music, like Stars album. I actually like that Stars album. I'm like, and I was surprised because it was kind of catchy and melodic to it. I'm like, oh yeah, I like this. So yeah, so I've been trying to do that before I made the video. I paid $12 for the King Cobra. Beatty Bam, Thrill of a Lifetime, Johnny Rod from St. Louis, where I is right now. And of course, Carmine Apiece. And of course, wait, wasn't, I'm thinking of somebody else was in this band, but no, I knew Carmine. Oh, I was thinking the singer was Paul Shortino, but it's not. What am I thinking of? Johnny Rod just did something, or maybe they had more than one singer. See, I don't even know too much about King Cobra. And the bass player is from St. Louis, who also play with Wasp. So I guess Paul Sortino's doing a newer version of King Cobra with Johnny Rod, I believe. I've seen videos on YouTube for that. So, what year did this come out? See, and I never had this album on 1986. So I never had this album on cassette or CD or anything in my old collection. So, happy to add that. And I think I tried to pull it up on Spotify and it was not there. So if that's the case, I don't remember exactly. If that's the case, I haven't even listened to that album yet. Because like I said, I didn't have it on my old stuff. So then we got some CDs here. Let's see. So after, did I mix these up? Because I got some, yeah, I did. Let me get these separated real quick. Because the first purchase at that flea market, I had about 12 CDs picked out, and the person said, just get them all, take them all from me. And was already spending 12 bucks, and she's like, 30 bucks. I'm like, nah. She's like, 25 bucks. I'm like, yeah. I'm like, I'll give you 20 for it all. And so I took it all. So I got some items to sell. Not very valuable items, but she also gave me a CD holder, one of those turning around ones. And then I got these CDs for my collection. So they were less than $1 a piece. So I got the Dashboard Confessionals, A Mark, A Mission, A Brand, A Scar. Never really listened to this until I got this and threw it up on Spotify and checked it out. Then also we got, put on my glasses, the Korn album. So is this one just self-titled? After the first couple of Korn albums, I never really paid too much attention to them after that. So I never listened to this full Korn album. So maybe I'm gonna pull this one up on Spotify tonight before I get to bed. So check it out. I love their older stuff, obviously. We got All That Remains. So some newer metal. Biggie band. Journey Eclipse. So we're adding some Journey with the YouTube sensation Sound Alike. We got a remastered version of Meatloaf Bad Outta Hell with previous unreleased bonus tracks. A couple of live tracks. So, and a nice color disc. All right, next up we got some Fear Factory. You. So I had this album, this CD before. I had a regular Meatloaf. I never had the Journey, never had the All Remains, never had that Korn. I have had this one, Mudvayne, The End of All Things to Come. Love some Mudvayne. Then I had the whole box set of this, but so this is disc 5 of the Kiss box set. I had the big guitar style case in my original collection, so that was part of that lot of CDs. Also Slash the Snake Pit, of course, great album. It's 5 o'clock somewhere. And I kind of want to think that some of the first early pressings had color on the disc, but I don't remember for sure. That's one thing I like, and I'll probably do that also, collect variations of albums and CDs and what have you, is the color of the disc, because when a disc first comes out, the printing, a good example is the Meatloaf Bad Outta Hell Volume 2. There's probably like 3 or 4 different color changes on the disc, because as it goes along, it sells less, so they find ways to cut costs, and some of that is not printing as good a quality or not printing anything on the disc, just making it silver with the words. So there's different variations of that. A lot of you probably already know that. But to you that don't, maybe some of my eBay watchers who watch my eBay videos, that can make a big difference in selling an album on what release the pressing is of, you know what I'm trying to say. So some with the full color, there might be people out there looking for that as opposed to one with just the silver disc. So we got some Static X, Beneath, Between, Beyond, Biggity Bam. We got some Alien Ant Farm, the Anthology, the Anthology. Hey, yo, Yuki, are you okay? Any Yuki? Then also I found this, I never heard of this, AOS, Another Oppressive System, 2001 to 2004. I'm guessing it came with a regular jewel case, but all I got is the front insert and the disc, which is pretty scratched up, but I do have a professional Azure disc cleaner. I got 2 of those, so I'll get that cleaned up, no problemo. So then on the way home after there, we went through Knoxville, and when I go through Knoxville, I have to hit McKay music books and stuff. Because if you go through the bargain section, you can find a lot of good stuff cheap. Sometimes you can find some jewels in there cheap. Didn't necessarily find jewels, but I found some good stuff. So we'll start here with a band I've never heard of. I pulled them up on Spotify, listened to it. Pretty good album. So it's Wolf Cry, Warfare, sealed copy, paid 95 cents for it. I actually like that album, so pretty good. And then some Burning Shadows, Truth and Legend, paid $3.95 for that. Is this the, no, this ain't the one, okay. So I pulled that up. I think I listened, I can't remember if I listened to that one or not. I tried to listen to them all in one day. And of course we got Victor, and it is a record club version. Victor, Alec Lifeson of Rush, with some guest artists on there. Now this I'd never heard of. The Veils of Wrath, Days Without Names. Paid $2.95 for it. So I pulled this up on Spotify. Now I'm not, when it comes to death metal, I am not happy with like Cookie Monster vocals. Like I'm more of a vocal type of person. Like I like to have nice melodic songs with vocals. I do like my heavier stuff if I'm in that mood, but it's got to be the Cookie Monster vocals can't overpower the music. I love the music, and then when somebody just gets in with it kind of ruins the song for me. But this album has a real nice blend. The music is kind of mesmerizing, if you will, and the vocals are offset, so the music stands out farther than the vocals, and the vocals are more deeper in, and it's really actually mesmerizing. So I really enjoyed this album. So I was shocked at the way it played out. So because I've never got too deep into death metal and the dark metal stuff like that. So I'm going deeper into that too, and I really like that album. It's a very nice blend of what I like in a band like that. So we got 2 Voyagers, Mr. Rob Halford and Johnny 5, I believe. Oh, that's him right there. Yes, it is. Johnny 5. Very good album. Not as good as the Fight albums, of course. I mean, nothing can beat that first Fight album, was just killer. And then, of course, my favorite, Judas Priest, is Painkiller. So that song alone, man, just when you crank Painkiller and then you crank that first Fight album, those are the masterpieces for me when it comes to Rob Halford. But this is a good album. It's, more laid back and not as in your face. Then we got Luna Field, Diva. I had not heard this, and I don't remember if I pulled this up or not. If I did, it went by me and I paid no attention to it. I did pay 95 cents for that. So I can't say. I can't remember. So either I didn't listen to it, or I did listen to it and I wasn't impressed because I don't remember anything about it. So I'll have to try it again on that one. So 95 cents there. All right, we got more cheap bargain stuff from McKay. And I started to get AC/DC Blow Up Your Video on vinyl. They had it for 15. It's going for about 15, but I left without getting it. should have gotten it, but all right. Speaking of, for 25 cents, I got the Meatloaf Bad Out of Hell 2. Of course, great album. Anything done by the passion when he does it, Meatloaf's just in his own category for me. But here's one of the later pressings because it's just the plain CD, whereas some of the first pressings will have the cover on it. Then you'll have like the cover, but a lighter color of the color. And then there may have been a third version of no color. I don't remember 100% on that, so don't quote me. And then the clear album. So we have the clear in the collection now, so we'll look for the others also. So 25 cents. And of course, Extreme Porno Graffiti. This, when I got my first CD player, this was one of the first CDs I got. I got this one, I got Poison's Flesh and Blood, and I got Judas Priest Painkiller. And so those were my first 3 CDs when I got a CD player. So, of course, very underrated artists. Of course, Nuno Betancourt went on. Well, he's played guitar for Rihanna, I believe, and stuff. So, and of course, Gary Sharon and what was it? I can't remember that latest. I guess it wasn't even that late of a song. It was a song I like, but I can't remember the name of it. I paid 25 cents for it, and 92 cents for a very underrated album, Skid Row's Subhuman Race. I saw this tour at American Theater here in St. Louis, a nice small venue. I can't remember who opened, but love this album. Of course, love all their albums. Skid Row's Self-Titled was the first cassette I ever wore out. We listened to that tape so much when it came out. I had to go buy a second copy. And then, of course, Slave to the Grind. I mean, that album's like a masterpiece to me. But this very underrated album, man, just Frozen, Eileen. I mean, just, God, this whole album, Breaking Down, Fire Sign, just Beat Yourself Blind, just killer. 92 cents. So I got a little Bon Jovi, Lost Highway for 95 cents. Bon Jovi kind of lost me after the Crush album. After the Crush album, barring a hit here and there, it all pretty much just started to blend in as the same to me. Either it just, trying to listen to an album didn't grab me anymore. There wasn't, it just didn't have that diversity. It just all kind of blurred together. So, could have been the mood I was in at the time. I don't know. We'll give it more listens. We'll get deeper into Bon Jovi. Of course, everything before Crush and back, all day, every day, even these days. That CD, love that CD. It's Bon Jovi. All right. For 95 cents, we also got the Hybrid Theory, Linkin Park. Rest in peace, Chester. Kind of sad, him and Chris Cornell. Bummer, man. I remember, like, there's a story about when he met the other guys in the band, and he goes, "You let me in the band, we will go to another level," or something like that. So he definitely added great dimension to that band, and there's definitely not a band without him in it. So beautiful, love that album, killer album. And of course, this looks like a remastered version of Vivid. So, Open Letter to a Landlord. I know Nightmare City's not on this album, but Nightmare City and Open Letter to the Landlord, probably 2 of my favorite songs by them. And then just Glamour Boy is always funny. 95 cents. All right. Another band I never really got too much into. Of course, I know the hits of. 95 cents. Paid Foreigners, The Very Best of and Beyond. Record label, or record club version, I should say. So we got that to add. So definitely going to jump in more into like Foreigners and 38 Specials and just those classic bands. Boston, I never really dug deep into them, so I'm gonna definitely get deeper into those bands. Sass Jordan, paid 25 cents for. A Little Rats album, record club version. As you can see, it's only got like the small half barcode, which indicates a record club version. That, as well as the ones that just say it. So, some Sass Jordan Rats. We got another Korn here for 92 cents. Baby Bam Untouchables. Yeah, I don't know if I really got into this album. Nothing's jumping out at me that I recognize. All right, for 92 cents, got a little Metallica Reload. So, give me fuel, give me fire, give me that which I desire. And then I had found the album, and I also had found the CD for $3.95. We got one of the older versions, the non-remastered, as you can tell right there. The Randy Rhoads tribute. I don't even know. Got more Ozzy here. I don't even know how many freaking remasters they've done nowadays. I know what they remastered and took some bass off or took the name off. I don't know. Sharon, from the story that I read, Sharon was doing some mean and evil stuff. But so we got a remastered version of Blizzard of Oz with the bonus track. You looking at me, looking at you. Love that song. These are all in great condition too. So $3.95. And this may have been the first remastered series that has the little album with the green, or I think there's a red color too that goes around some of them with Ozzy on it. This is a record club version. Diary of a Madman. So of course we're going to end on the Great Oz when it comes to that. So I do have a lot more videos coming. I'm finding stuff around that I never sold or that I have in my eBay store. I'm ending them and putting them back into my collection. Because even though I haven't been collecting hard rock and heavy metal, of course I've been selling it over the years. So I've sold a lot that I wish I kept and had back in this collection. But hey, most of the fun is out there hunting for it anyway. So boom. So if you like hard rock and heavy metal, you can find some in my store. And if you get it before I get it, kudos to you. I just sold like a Queensryche cassette. I'm like, no, don't accept that offer. I'm going to put that in my collection. No, accept the offer. So I'm still selling it if you find it before I find it. So business first. So that is what it is. So a lot more coming. And thanks everybody for watching. And I found all my Metal Edge magazines. I can't find my 80s Metal Edge magazines yet, but I found most of my 90s and maybe some of the late 80s. But I don't think I found them all yet. So maybe we'll do a special episode, or we'll add an episode of, we'll go through an old Metal Edge magazine or something like that and just go through it together or something. So just a little bonus video for the Metal Room. Haven't got an exact name on it yet, but we do have a name for the videos now. And it is, I already forgot it, the Metal Medication. So that's what music is for me. Helps me zone out, forget the world around me, as I'm sure most of you feel the same way. So metal is a medication. It is therapy, if you will. So please like, subscribe, help me grow this, share it on any of the Facebook pages out there for metal. I've been sharing it also. So if you like this and like what I'm doing, hopefully I'll get more interesting over time as I get some format down. And I'll catch you guys later.